It's the mindset for me. You calling yourself a man, but you know how to disrespect females. You calling yourself a man, but you know how to portray an image that you truly not. You call yourself a man, but you don't know how to respect yourself. You call yourself a man, but you don't know how to stand up for yourself. You call yourself a man. It's the mindset for me. You call yourself a man. You got muscles at the end of the day. That don't make you a man. You call yourself a man because you got kids, but you don't even take care of your kids, but you call yourself a man. You call yourself a man because you feel like you got the power within you. You call yourself a man, but you don't respect your neighbor. You call yourself a man when you disrespect your kids. You call yourself a man when you don't know how to provide for your family. You call yourself a man when your mindset is not set up properly. Because you call yourself a man because the system got you already bent out of shape. To allow you to believe it was the norm to go in and not incarcerated, to allow yourself to be a product of the justice system, to be a product of the enemy's dynamic, of the going back and forth of the system within the system, because you didn't know how to value your time and respect yourself. But you call yourself a man. You call yourself a man because you went in the penitentiary. You call yourself a man because you sang drugs, singing drugs, or whatever you was doing in these streets. You call yourself a man when you hang out with men all day. You call yourself a man when they're not valuing your time to show you at the end of the day how to be a real man. But you call yourself a man because you hang out with a whole bunch of dudes that don't even respect themselves or respect their kids, let alone women. You call yourself a man because you got a hand problem. You call yourself a man because you got controlling issues. That's not a man. That's a little boy that's scared and don't even know how to show up to the world in a healthy way. You call yourself a man bragging about going to jail. You call yourself a man about bragging about going to jail. It's a thought process for me. How little boys out here in overgrown bodies, they act their shoe size, not their adult body. It's the mindset for me. How they sit there and portray themselves to be a man, but at the end of the day, when they reevaluate their thought process, to sit down and reevaluate their thought process, at the end of the day, they ain't no man. They just scary little boy within. Don't even know how to show up to the world, making excuses after excuses. But you call yourself a man. Making excuses after excuses while you calling yourself a man. You're making excuses you can't even check for your children. You're making excuses and you're making your children feel sad within. Now you got these overgrown adults growing up in a society that they supposed to be respected by other people, and all they knew is disrespect because their father couldn't respect them because their father wasn't a man. It's the mindset for me. How you call yourself a man, but you can disrespect your neighbor. You can call yourself a man and have controlling issues and have a hand problem at that. You call yourself a man and you are an abuser. You call yourself a man because you think you got power within you because you just beat a woman, but you can't face up close in person, a real man, and fight a real man. A real man say, fight me today, you run. Now, I don't got no problem with you, son. But you call yourself a man. It's the mindset for me. How you call yourself a man. How you pump your bird chest at a female at the end of the day, but you don't pump your bird chest at a man at the end of the day, a real one. You know, when real recognize real, they checkmate the little boy and that overly grown dope body and let him know to have a seat because school is in session. I said what I said when I said what I said. It's the mindset for me. How these people walk around with these overly grown bodies and they act their shoe size and they call themselves a man. You ain't no man. You just a scary little boy. Ain't no man gonna disrespect no female. Ain't no man gonna allow a female to feel unworthy. Ain't no man gonna put fear in a female heart to allow a female to feel like she can't love herself, to respect herself, to feel like she can't live in her own skin. Because you pumped your bird chest out of female at the end of the day. You call yourself a man? Now that's some real sucker stuff. And I say that respectfully, but you call yourself a man. It's the thought process for me. You call yourself a man because you go into a store and rob the store. But you go in the store and rob a store, but you don't go feed your family. It's the mindset for me. How you little one-sided people walk around at the end of the day, but you call yourself a man in an overgrown adult body. And you act in your shoe size, not your age. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And to be treated with respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or person with malicious intentions psych you out your thought process, loving your freedom because you are worthy. You know, everybody's entitled to freedom of speech. But God installs self-awareness, self-respect, self-peace, self-control, self-discipline, self-care, self-value, self-confidence, self-love, self-worth, self-patience, and healthy boundaries within us to become our best self-visions of ourselves. Just because you was brought up in a certain environment or you dealt with trauma at an early age from a child's point of view going into your adulthood and you thought it was the norm for someone to disrespect your parent or you thought it was the norm to live a certain lifestyle It was never the norm for disrespect to be upon your eyes, to see that it was the norm for someone to have controlling issues or to disrespect you or to disrespect others around you or to allow you to feel that you was unworthy or for somebody to show up for you for days when you couldn't even understand what was going on, and all you just needed was somebody to comfort you and respect you and show you at the end of the day, I got your back, because you was overlooked. You know, God got your back, and God believes in you, because God allowed you to see another day for a reason. And God was patient with you. But having a hand problem and controlling issues in the day and pumping a little bird chest out of a female in the day, that's toxic behavior. Ain't nothing cool about it. And if you think you want brownie points for that today, you got a sad thing coming. Because that's not cool at all. God does not approve of that. You're supposed to protect the women, not go against the women. It's the mindset for me. Or let alone go against your neighbor. Because you can't understand yourself because you thought this was the norm of the mindset. Allowing yourself to be brainwashed. Yeah, I said what I said when I just said what I said. Because at the end of the day, you got to be real with yourself. Ain't nothing cool or cute about disrespecting a woman. Nothing cute about it, let alone your children or other people's children. Allowing to believe that violence is what it is. Violence is not the key. It's peace, love, and respect, and respecting your neighbor in a healthy way, not a toxic behavior way. It's the mindset for me. God allowed you to see another day for a reason. God installed patience within you. But you need to have self-awareness to understand yourself today. Because you need to understand the definition. When it comes to the healing, it starts with you. And you got to be mentally ready for it. You can't have one foot in one door, one foot in the other door. It would never make sense. You cannot wear a mask when you're trying to tune into yourself to deal with your healing process. Because you got to mean what you say what you mean, and stay true to yourself. And genuinely want to love yourself the healthy way. Not the toxic behavior that they allowed you to believe it was the norm to go against yourself. Or allow you to believe that was the mindset that you're supposed to not be able to show up for yourself in a healthy way to become your best self vision of yourself, instead of being a hate in disguise and hating on a female or hating on a real man at the end of the day, because they're trying to elevate and become their best self vision of themselves, and you're just in the background just watching them, and you don't know which guidance to go because you feel like guidance wasn't given to you. The guidance was already within you. You just overlooked yourself because you wasn't paying attention to yourself. You was so focused and worried about everybody else's problems at the end of the day, you forgot to get in tune with yourself. But to be patient with your process, to understand yourself at the end of the day, that God got your back. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. And to understand the true meaning of self-healing, you got to mean what you're saying. You got to stay true to yourself. But it starts with you. Never allow the enemy allow you to believe to go against your neighbor, because it's not the norm. It's nothing healthy about it. You're supposed to respect your neighbor in a healthy way with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. It's called respect. It's called respect at the end of the day. If you don't like somebody, stay in your own lane and just mind your business and keep it pushing. You don't have to bring harm towards somebody or try to get a reaction out of somebody just to prove a point. For what? And then you want to play victim after the fact? Like, come on now, make it make sense, ma'am, sir. It's the mindset for me. Protect your energy, because not everybody's ever your time. Stop the violence. Stop the hate crime. Stop the discrimination card. For real. Like, make it make sense, ma'am, sir. God allowed you to see another day for a reason. God is patient with you for a reason. When you believe in God and God believes in you, and you believe in the God within you, God's going to show you better days within you, and show you that better days are ahead of. God's going to show you that better days are ahead, so you can become your best self vision of yourself. Just like you see your neighbor becoming their best self vision of themselves, you could do the same thing too, instead of being a hater in disguise. Respectfully, I also appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Love yourself, regardless. Protection. God is not for sale. Protect your energy, because not everybody's having your time. They will psych out your thought process, letting your freedom and your eyesight, and act like you're so in tune with God, and the whole entire time they're trying to hurt you, bring harm. They're trying to hurt you, psych out your thought process, letting your freedom and your eyesight, just to play you close. So protect your energy, because not everybody's having your time. So you appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe weekend. Protect your energy. Love yourself, regardless. Protection for every direction. Naya, genuine love, respect.